Hello, movie and TV lovers. Welcome back to the Golden Butterfly Film Studios channel. I just finished watching Leave the World Behind. It is trending #1 on Netflix. So if you guys are looking for something different to watch, I would definitely suggest it. It is based on Rumann Alam's 2020 novel with the exact same title. And it's critically acclaimed. It's considered to be one of the best releases of 2023. And is the latest apocalyptic thriller to come out on Netflix and has a very sci-fi angle to it. So that makes it amazing. But also the acting cast is just like wonderful, right? It's stacked with all these A-list actors, some of our favorites, right? We have Mahershala Ali, Julia Roberts, Ethan Hawke. It's amazing. So definitely check it out. I can give you guys, my review, a synopsis, no spoilers here on this channel. And the ending, well, I'll let you guys figure out the ending. But it definitely has people talking, and we love that. So the movie follows Amanda and Clay Stanford, which is played by Julia Roberts and Ethan Hawke. And they're a couple that decides to rent their house and vacation on Long Island with their 2 teen children. Their vacation is soon interrupted when George and Ruth Scott, the owners of the house, come back and state that there's been like a nationwide blackout. And they pretty much ask if they can, come back home and stay with them, even though, the Sanfords are on vacation. And so even that part, right? They're kind of thrown off kilter, because if you rent like an Airbnb and to have the owners come back, you're kind of looking around like, okay. But the movie, again, is based on the book with the same name, one of the best-selling books of 2020, and a finalist for the National Book Award. So congratulations to Rumann. And the setting of the movie has prompted some viewers to wonder, just how closely the events are based upon real life, right? One great thing about this movie that, again, has a lot of Hollywood buzz and a lot of people talking is it involves the Obamas on the production team. And the music is really, really modern. Like there's a lot of hip hop, there's a lot of, rap, there's a lot of modern day artists in this film. But Barack and Michelle Obama, they definitely had their hands in it. They helped produce the film. And so that's new because, again, President and First Lady Michelle and Barack Obama, even though Michelle, I think she has a kids show on Netflix, we don't hear too much about them outside of the political space. So that was very interesting as well. So this book was released during 2020. And if you guys remember what 2020 was, okay, it was the year that was just chaotic, right? We had the global pandemic. We had, social and civil unrest globally, right? There was just a lot going on. And so the fact that, again, the owners come back, they're of a different race, and it really kind of throws the Sanfords for a loop. And even though, the owners of the home, because it's a beautiful home, they're wealthy and successful, they're still kind of, looked at through a lens of distrust. So the author says this. He says, the fact that I fixed on the metaphor of isolation and the device of the people trapped in their homes without knowing that we American readers would all be people trapped in our homes was just an accident of timing. Again, that leads to just this, conversation about how much is real and how much is kind of speculation, right? Specifically, when I watched the movie, I just want to give you guys a side note. President Barack Obama, he used to be the commander in chief, right? So that means that, he was essentially the leader of the free world. And the fact that he had so many state secrets, and nationwide and worldwide global secrets, right? From 2008 to 2016. That's 8 long years, okay, of basically being the most powerful person in the entire world and leading the biggest, most funded army and military in the world. That, and for him to produce this movie, and it's all about like, kind of the end of days. I'm telling you guys, if you are like looking for kind of like a trippy, kind of movie to watch, this is it. Because the fact that, the author wrote the book in 2020 or even before 2020, but it came out, during 2020, it's the coincidences are kind of adding up to the point where people again are like having all kind of conspiracy theories, and I'm not a conspiracy theorist, okay? The timing of course is coincidental, but I really enjoy kind of mysteries, thrillers, sci-fi novels, and I think that this is just really well done. We have A-list actors Julia Roberts, Ethan Hawke, and Mahershala Ali are some of the best actors that Hollywood has. And so for them all to come together, and they were acting their behinds off too. Like they gave it all to each of their roles. Kevin Bacon, he's in the movie as well, and he represents just a very recognizable niche in a type of American, but he doesn't do it as a caricature, right? It's very relatable, very believable to a lot of people, that they can see themselves within each one of these characters. Again, the author goes on to say, the movie's talking about technology and our strange dependence on it. It's talking about race and the very complicated ways in which race defines people in our country and in our culture. He says, and these are not new ideas. These are things that have been in the air for a long time. And it's so true. It is so true. So he goes on to say, one of the things I love is a trope of cinema in particular is where people are speaking over each other, and one person is saying one thing and another person saying another thing, and they don't quite finish their thoughts, and they shift the nature of the conversation. So this is really fascinating to me. He says, where you can't always determine who is saying what and why they're saying it. And so he said, that's something that I love doing in books. I really enjoy the challenge as a reader. He said, there's a lot of conversation in this book, and in some ways, the reader inhabits the same space as the characters, this place of not really knowing what's happening. And that happens in this movie a lot as well, right? But to me, it wasn't necessarily something that was off-putting. Like you could still follow along the story really well. So I think it was masterfully done. Or maybe the acting was just really good and they could convey those emotions on screen. Okay, so after Ruth and George show up, just weird things start happening. Like there's a lot of deer, as we see here in the poster. There's all these different elements of things that you would think that are happening outside of a city, if that makes sense. I'm trying to help you guys understand how the movie is constructed without giving away any spoilers. But yeah, they just have all these there's planes happening. There's a lot of flyers in the air, and again, when they toward the end, when they go visit their neighbor Kevin Bacon's character Danny, who again is just very he's really well prepared. He was like stocking up. If you guys know anybody like that who like stocks up on like toilet tissue, and a lot of these people are building bunkers, but they go for a really specific reason, and they find out some insight from Danny about like what's going on. And it's such a good movie, and the ending made me laugh. Some people liked it, some people did not. I think, the author himself and the director, they said that it was something that, people were trying to figure out if it was a joke or not, if it was supposed to be funny or not. But again, they leave that for the audience and their interpretation. So I want to know what you guys, if you guys have seen it, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Of course, please don't leave any spoilers because we don't want to ruin it for anyone. But I actually liked the movie. I thought that it was really well written. The actors were really great. It was something that was different, but also, like I said, you could see yourself through each of the characters. And it was a really good, I think, representation of America as far as where we are currently as a nation. And to be honest, some of the things they were talking about in terms of, governmental secrets and things like that kind of had me wondering, how much did Barack, President Barack Obama and Michelle actually, try to convey to the audience, to the American people about, what's going on behind the scenes. I don't know. That's just my speculation. But I think, like I said, the author, he's getting, well acclaimed. He did a job well done. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I want to hear from you guys. Please do me a huge favor. Please like the video. It's a free way to support the channel. Shakes the algorithm up. Lets people know that we're here. Also, share with your friends and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And I will talk with you later. Take care. Bye.